Back here to North Texas now, from Plano to Frisco. Collin County is a boom town right now. Joining us to talk more about this and some major developments is Alexa Reed, the digital editor from the Dallas Business Journal. Thanks so much for being here to talk about this.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Now, people who haven't been up that way in a while may not be aware of everything that's going on, including what's being called the new Highland Park up in Collin County.
Yeah, you're referring to one of the new neighborhoods going up in the Fields West development. It's called the Preserve. It's now essentially considered the Highland Park of, like you said, of Frisco, because there are new homes being built. They're starting at $3.5 million. Okay. Which is kind of crazy.
That's just the get-in price there.
Yeah.
And this is going to be quite a few homes in this development. And from what I've been reading from the articles that you all have been putting out about this, each one of these houses is going to be custom, so they're all going to have sort of their own different personalities out there.
Yeah.
And this is just sort of proof that I guess you can lure, the CEOs and the big spenders out of the urban core.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of the idea with everything moving up northwards, especially Frisco, Plano, all of Collin County really is just driving that narrative of bringing CEOs, those big business people up there, as well as those HQs, those headquarter moves, those big companies. That's what's the goal of these homes now, is bringing those here, as well as being open to families as well. So
that's an interesting thing that you all pointed out in the article too, I thought, is that in recent years we've noticed when somebody, let's say, relocates a big Fortune 500 company here, they're looking for places that where the workers can live and afford. The folks there in Frisco are saying, well, we can do that, yes, but let's also see what the CEO can afford and where they can live.
No, absolutely. And that's something you can't really find in Dallas anymore. I think that's very interesting. Is in Dallas, it's all these big homes for these big CEOs, but the families too are kind of being left behind, or those markers aren't really as attainable anymore. So these north cities, and we're going to talk about too, like the epicenter of DFW is now, or Dallas specifically, is now going towards north. And so they're being way more open to bringing these families and these workers here, as well as being closer to their companies.
So much of the development, as you say, has moved to the north here. You all also just did a story recently about a record-setting sale of an estate in Plano. This one was more than $15 million.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So the starting price was 15.9, and it got sold for more than that. Record-breaking. It was actually only on the market for 48 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know, right? And the buyer for that home was actually somebody well-known here in DFW as CEO of Buzzballs. I'm sure you're familiar with Buzzballs, and she actually bought the home, and it's just further supporting that narrative of people are wanting to buy in Collin County. They're wanting to stay. She came from within Collin County and purchased that home.
It's become the place to be.
It is.
Including for the people who got the money
there. Exactly.
Some interesting reads for sure. I know that you all are not done writing about this because there's just so much going on up that way. Alexa Reed with the Dallas Business Journal. If you'd like to see more of their reporting, just look them up online, Dallas Business Journal. They are doing some phenomenal work up there in a place where a lot's happening. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.